called an intellectual actor. Did you see how she carried that film?
Yeah.
She told the story of her life so beautifully, with so much emotion. Isn't that the truth? You could feel the pain with the John Huston story, and yeah, Marsha, pretty darn good. Who is your favorite male co-star?
That's a favorite question. I'm sorry. I can't ever answer.
I love how she has nicknames: Livy de Havilland, Greg Peck, Eddie G. Robinson.
John Wayne.
John Wayne.
John Wayne was a nice guy.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. We made a small Western picture when we were both at Paramount, and I was still in my teens, I think.
Yep.
And he grew taller than statues, became everybody's hero. When he was going to say a word to the country on a big broadcast, well, wouldn't you know there was a flood somewhere and then a bad emergency, and he had to address his attention to that. But speeches were written. We met at midnight, having Bob Taylor, Jean Harlow, and I, the three Hollywood emissaries, had been to 8 hotels and 3 theaters, making speeches, appearing at all of them. And they were all having birthday balls for the president. It was all pretty gala. And we wound up in the White House, down in the basement, in quite a small room. And why was it? I guess because of the broadcast. I guess they had the wiring proper for that room. In any case, he was there and we were there. And it was midnight and he had his message to the nation, and it was lovely. And then he said it once, and the camera shut down, and the sound man, oh no, he said, is that all right? Would you like another? You want it again? And they all said, oh no, Mr. President, that was perfect. So I, under my breath, said, one take press. And he was sitting on the top of a convertible car, and she hung on like a mad woman. He was turning purple. The car progressed, and she hung on to those ties, and somebody had to just knock her down, which probably saved his life. Fans. People hire you to make films, or they don't. And it was they don't time that they were talking about, and they thought it was my decision. Well, I'll act till I die, till I drop, if they let me.
You also did a lot of theater too, didn't you, during that time?
I did a great deal of theater.
Because a lot
Be all kinds of things, but don't be a communist. That was the end. I stayed ignorant about it. I'm told I actually knew several people who were communists, but we didn't talk about it, and I didn't know it. So they were fellow humans, and the hysteria has come and gone, and I really know nothing about.
But I will say this: it hurt you in a lot of ways. You told me the story about in the 1950s in the post office, Probably the one on Magnolia, and
What about the
you said that people would come up to you and say, "Why did you retire? We miss you." And you told me inside you were dying to tell them I was blacklisted, I didn't retire, but it wasn't the thing to do back then. Yeah, do you recall telling me that?
Yes.
And
I
the
have-
sadness that in your voice when you told me that story.
And to the effect that I was not a communist.
And also, you were extraordinarily strong during that time because, you know, you'd have the story about John Huston coming in and they got to him, they got to Bogey, you know, and they wanted to keep their careers and.
Yeah, there were some very strange times on people.
She didn't call people names when she was blacklisted or when right-wing people said practically bombed her house.
Say that again.
You were very civil. You let people have their opinion even though you didn't agree. Would you agree? Yeah.
Those lives because of their loyalties. Can you hear me?
No. Put it closer to your mouth, Mark. A little closer to your mouth.
Oh, there you go. I'll talk into it.
Yes.
I don't know, is there anything you want to know about that period? It was ugly and happily we're past it now.
They're saying not really. Did you meet David O. Selznick after the part was given to Olivia de Havilland?
And have you
To Libby.
And have you talked to Olivia de Havilland about it? And she just celebrated her birthday recently.
You know, you've just reminded me. I had forgotten. There was the time here in Culver City when I did a reading of, what's the character?
Melanie.
Melanie. And he came out from around his desk and gave me a big bear hug and said, "I have found my Melanie." Only apparently he lost her. We had dinners together and took little trips together and became really chums. And great lady, I just adored her. And we had so much in common. And she, I guess, was also a movie fan. So we became dear friends.
And you talked about the state of the world and how to change things. I remember that.
Oh yes.
Many conversations. They had many.
We took care of the world.
I want to congratulate you and just give you our tribute to all the good causes that you did. It's amazing.
All the
Thank you for noticing. Thank you for agreeing with them.
And,
How many liberals in the house?
A lot of hands.